One of these days, we're going to get an intern that knows when to put the right name on the
Right.
credit.
Wait a minute, because I promised you I wasn't gonna say nothing. But since you already brought that out, little pee peeps, this is where pee peeps come in. We have to drop the beat, and it becomes a pee peeps because I don't understand
I
why.
mean, hey, it is what it is. Good evening or good afternoon, everybody. Lord
Yeah.
knows I don't know what time it is these days. My name is D-Ray, the producer, and this is the liftoff. And to my, what side is this? To my right, my queen Ace, Miss Banks, is in the building. How are
Good
you doing this afternoon, Miss
Good
Banks?
afternoon. If you don't know your left or right, just put your left finger up, and then whichever way your
But how do you know which one is your left finger if you don't know your right?
What? No, I'm just saying, put your finger up, and then whichever way makes an L, then that means that.
So, I appreciate how helpful you are. I really do, from the bottom of my heart.
We don't have time to argue. We don't have time to argue. Let's
No,
do what
we
say.
always make time to argue. That's
No,
what makes
we
it good.
No,
So,
I'm not gonna argue with you today. I'm not gonna let the devil use you today.
exactly. It looks like you're driving. Are you going to Starbucks?
Can you stay focused and let's
I
do
am
what
focused. I'm focused on you. Anyway, today we are, as you guys know, or maybe you don't, we are focusing in on independent music and independent artists. And this is what this platform is all about. And so we talk about music. We talk about writing music, recording music, performing music, selling music. We're all about the music here. And so today we have a up and coming artist out of the Memphis area, I'm going to say. And I think she may have the juice. I think she actually may have the juice. So please. What you say?
I said you think.
I'm thinking.
I'm
all right.
excited. I can't wait to hear it.
All right. So without further ado, let me introduce everyone to LaDawn the Chameleon. What it is, LaDawn the Chameleon. Welcome to the
Hello.
Welcome.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you guys?
Awesome.
We breathing.
Awesome. We grace with your presence. So this is good. This is good.
Absolutely.
Thank
And
you.
before the show, we were corrected, ladies and gentlemen, that we had to say the whole thing like a pimp named Slipback.
Right.
It's got to be LaDawn the Chameleon. So
right. No, if you're gonna say it right. We was not corrected. She checked us.
She checked us. You know what though?
It was like a check mark.
Hey, look, that is when you know you're dealing with somebody that's got the juice. So,
okay.
LaDawn the Chameleon, how are you doing this afternoon? I keep saying evening.
We are good.
Good.
Real good.
So, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and what kind of music you like to do.
Okay, you guys, I am from Memphis, Tennessee, born and raised. I always say I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, but I'm really from all over the world because the type of music that I do is like from many genres of different cultures. Like, kind of hard to explain, but my music, I have so many different sounds. It's almost like I have like 10 different people on the inside of me. So many different sounds. Thank you so much.
So you're artistically schizophrenic. What is that?
Thank you.
Wait a minute.
Whoa.
We in the wrong place, D-Ray.
Oh, this is a liftoff first. See, she got people delivering her food.
Okay.
Where the heck is our budget at?
Can I just come to your studio if you getting food
Man.
like that? Can I just come?
Man.
You sure can.
All this Soul Blast budget, all we got was some cold McDonald's coffee, and you up there getting the 4 courses.
I didn't even get it.
With the wine.
Oh, so you just gonna really rub it in? No wonder.
I mean, for real.
Right? She is not playing. Like,
hey, look, and see, I'm one of these days I'm gonna read what her artist writer says, and I'm pretty sure she's gonna have one of them writers that's gonna be like, I need freshly caged. She's gonna want the cage free. What is it? The open range eggs. That's what she's gonna have.
Don't forget the cheese.
Yeah,
Scrambled
Oh,
eggs, fully scrambled and cheese.
yeah,
yeah,
you
because
have to have cheese on the eggs. Okay,
yeah,
you have to. You
she
have to.
wants the open range eggs, and all of us, all we can afford is the felony eggs. We got the prison,
Oh
the chickens
wow.
that's been
I
in
don't know what
jail.
kind
That's
of eggs you got, but I'm over here with the communion, so
I'm
no.
not. Well, you know what? I'm gonna continue with my felony eggs. What's going on?
No,
Kenneth
Mr.
Fly is in the
Fry.
building.
Right. Mr.
What's
Fry.
going on? What's going on?
Okay, so Miss Ladonka the comedian, you said that you have all genres. Is it any one of them that could be like particular your favorite, or you just whatever comes to you, you flow with it? How does that work?
You know what, Miss Banks? That's actually a good question. But it's like, how can I answer that? Because it's basically like when I'm in the studio, it's like whatever that comes out. But my top favorite would be the Afrobeat, the Caribbean, the reggae type of music.
Okay, all right, okay. So, are we gonna get to experience some of that real soon, or do you have something like that already out there? Or...
I do. I have a hot brand new single called Welcome to My Party. Like it's so lit. I just found out yesterday that I was on the TV in Rwanda, Africa. Like that's something new for me. That never happened. It didn't even happen here in in the United States yet. So
That is a lesson. Congratulations on that, by the way.
thank
Congratulations.
you.
And
Like,
that is a lesson for a lot of independent artists who struggle with finding a fan base in the United States. And what the internet has done is leveled the playing fields. You may be able to
You
find
go
your
where you
audience.
celebrate it and you are
Absolutely.
loved.
Absolutely. I remember when we first came out, we sold more music in Great Britain than we did, in our hometown. And so
Wow.
that is a testament to how we need to approach this business, because like you said, you go where the cheese is at. You know what I mean?
Right.
You go, hey, that means you got to go platinum in Rwanda. Well, then guess what?
Rwanda.
Rwandan money spends somewhere. So
Right.
So, how did
Lead,
you know that it was playing out there?
It was this producer slash artist from Rwanda showed me a clip from it on the TV, and what it is, Rwanda is like a part of Africa, so it's like one of the biggest platforms. Because I did look it up, it's in East Africa, so it's on a really big major. It's like what we have in BET, the BET station. That's like their BET.
oh wow.
Okay.
Right. So it's like everybody in Africa, like Nigeria, like everywhere, like Gambia, everywhere.
That's
Well,
absolutely dope.
congratulations again.
Congratulations on that.
That is beautiful. That is awesome. Awesome.
Thank you
Awesome.
so much. Thank you.
So I think it is time for us to spin the first song. Now we don't have any idea what order it's in, because we're gonna let the intern do that. And the intern is just gonna surprise us. So the first up from Ladon the Chameleon is whatever the intern says here on the Liftoff.
Yeah, lit, lit, turn up, lit, turn up, get lit. It's time for me to turn up and get lit. It's time for me to turn up and get lit. It's time for me to turn up, get lit. Ay, ay, it's time for me to turn up. It's time for me to turn up. It's time for me to turn up, turn up, turn up. It's time for me to turn up. It's time for me to turn up. It's time for me to turn up, turn up, turn up. It's time for me to turn up, get lit. It's time for me to turn up and get lit. It's time for me to turn up and get lit. It's time for me to turn up, get lit, get lit, ayy. Lit, 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 lit. Get out my face, turn up, lit right now. Lit, get out my face, I'm too turn right now. Lit, lit, ayy. Move, get to the side, ayy, I'm lit right too turned up right now. Look, I ain't tryna feel nothing, vision real blurry right now. Look, call that shit crossfaded, got my hater blockers on. I ain't gotta worry about nobody looking at me wrong. Cause I'm turned up, ayy. It's time for me to turn up. It's time for me to turn up. Turn up, turn up. It's time for me to turn up. It's time for me to turn up. It's time for me to turn up. Turn up, turn up. It's time for me to turn up. It's time for me to turn up. It's time for me to turn up. Turn up, turn up. Turn up, get lit, turn up, get lit, turn up, get lit, turn up, get lit. Two turned up right now, 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 two turn right now. Look done. What's up with these haters? Got on big mad. Shine so bright, you can see the light from afar. Check out that drip, that match, bitch, I'm a star. I sit on the passenger side of my own car. I switch up my look, they hardly recognize me. Can't tell if it's me and somebody that's different. I always get asked who on my pictures. Bitch, yeah, that's me. Look, I'm lit. It's time for me to turn up. It's time for me to turn up. Turn up, turn up. It's time for me to turn up. It's time for me to turn up. It's time for me to turn up. Turn up, turn up. Hey, turn up right now, two turned up right now, two turned up right now, turn up right now, two turned up right now, two turned up right now. Look, I'm lit, I'm lit.
And that was Turn Up by LaDawn the Chameleon. Miss Banks is having some technical difficulties right at the moment. And so we're going to wait until she gets that. Kenneth Fly, shout out to the intern. No, I'm going to block that one because he don't need no shout outs right now. So LaDawn the Chameleon, let's talk about Turn Up. What was the process that you went through to produce that track?
It was a freestyle off the top of my head.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And of course I was lit. So it's like what I was speaking in the song was true.
Right, right.
It's time for me to turn up and get lit. Turn Up is basically a song like celebration.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I didn't came a long way of doing something and now I'm here at this level,
Mm-hmm.
It's time for me to turn up and get lit. It's time for me to celebrate.
Right.
You know, the glasses, got my hater blockers on.
Right.
Oh, you had your turned up, huh? It's lit.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy is that when I heard this song, the one thing that I thought about, okay, I was like, okay, this song is a vibe, and I was really wondering, was it something that you intentionally did? Because it is kind of, it doesn't necessarily conform to your traditional song structure, you know, as you know, having a short intro, going into the hook, then going into the verse. This is more like this is really more like a party track. You know what I mean? This is something.
Yeah, it's a party track and sing along, like celebration song.
So it's almost like I could even see a football team getting this, you know, chanting this before they're getting ready to go out. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
So talk about that, the time that you were in the studio, and you were freestyling. So when you're freestyling and you're in the zone, you know, you don't really necessarily you just kind of want to get it out your system. But as you got it completed and you started listening to it, what was your thought process what did you want people to think when they heard it? What did you want them, where did you want them to go in their mind when they heard it?
I wanted people to think of like, turn up, get lit, man, it's celebration. It's like, it doesn't matter if it's your birthday. It doesn't matter if you know, you don't have to go to work the next day. It's time for you to turn up and get lit. Like, that's all it is. Turn up and get lit, whether you know, you got some people that smoke, you got some people that drink, some people that don't do neither. But at the same time, it's time to turn up and get lit. You got money in your pocket, you can turn up and get lit off of that.
Right. So what was the thought process behind the video? Who
The
or
thought
how did
process,
go ahead, I'm sorry.
actually, you guys, that the video, I was so excited about all that because that was actually shot on New Year's. It was shot on New Year's, and it was shot at the legendary bar spot, Coyote Ugly, and y'all had a show there at the same time, so that's what that was about. So
Oh,
So,
okay.
so there was no stunt double involved. You getting lit for real.
Yeah, for real.
yeah, that's for real. That's for real. Like, no, I don't do no pretending
There
on
was,
nothing. That was
there was
for
no,
real.
there was no
So
props on that at all.
right. So that was right after your show and you just went right on into the video, or was the video performed and processed prior to your show?
It was a little bit before, got to get
Okay.
the B-roll scenes. A little bit before, the limousine picking me up and taking me to the club, and I'm walking in with the manager. You can see me walking in with the manager. Shout out to Gimp, by the way. He
Okay.
had me out there. I really appreciate that.
So
That was a lit night right there.
So it really was lit.
it really was lit.
It was lit. It was lit.
So tell me, LaDon the Chameleon, who inspires you? What are your musical inspirations? What gets you like, okay, I got to get to the studio today. What I just heard, I got to get to the studio. So who inspires you?
Um, just music itself inspires me. Like the many different artists that's in the world inspires me. Like especially the ones that's up top, like the legendary. Like I said, I love all different cultures. It's like rap. Because I just gave you guys a rap track.
Okay.
Um, Rap. I like Lil Baby, Lil Durk, um, Megan Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B. Um, Trying to make sure I'm not missing anybody. I do have a lot of male rappers,
Hmm.
very few female, because I like to listen to those lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Like the lyrical,
Right. Right.
vibes of it.
So
But
where
yeah,
are you when you're getting ready to lay down a track? Do you have to be in a simple setting, or is it just you could be walking down the street and see something and be
it
like, ooh?
doesn't. It doesn't matter. That's a really good question because I be telling people like music is my passion, and I'm actually addicted to music. People don't take it; they don't understand what I mean by that, but I'm actually addicted to the gift that God gave me. It's like I could be out at the club somewhere, trying to have fun. Brain will be making a whole song over somebody else's song in the club. And I'm like, come on. I just want to have fun. Come on, like really. But it
Mhm.
just tells me like you need to do a cover to that instrumental. So
Okay. And what was your first song? Like, and who inspired you to write your first song?
my very first song, oh, that's a good question because I have so much music and been doing music ever since I was a small child.
Oh, your
Um
favorite first song. We'll put it like that. Something that you
my
know
favorite
that just.
you went way back. Wait a minute. Let me see if I remember. My favorite first song. What was my first song? I believe my very first song, because I've been freestyling so long. Like I will write, don't get me wrong, but I don't like to write. I like to just everything just comes out. But my catalog of music is so much like I can't remember my first song.
Oh, that's amazing. That's truly
Like
amazing, honestly.
I can't remember my first song. Like it's been so much music. Like which one was first?
That's all right. That's all
I
right.
will I will say this. I will say this. Starting out, I was doing a lot of core rapping,
Okay.
pain music, rapping about my life emotions, and yeah, that's because I was like basically finding my sound and finding my flow. It's like I
Okay.
kept going until I like, you're not supposed to always be satisfied, and then you don't want to settle. Me, I never wanted to settle because I could sound good on something. I'm like, no, I'm gonna keep going. I like to challenge myself.
Mhm.
Okay.
And so that's what that was. And then one day God just came over and just gave me a whole bunch of other different type of sounds. I was like, like, wow.
I want to circle back to something that you said. You said you were a music addict. And as a fellow music addict, one of the things that we've kind of discovered is that the music addiction is our own medicine.
Yes.
Right? It is like we have something built in us that whenever we are hurt, whether it's physically, mentally, spiritually, whatever the case may be, music helps us fix it. Can you talk about how music is therapy for you?
Absolutely.
Yes. It's it's most definitely it's therapy. It's therapy to me because it does not matter how I feel about anything.
Right.
Where he go?
He'll be back. Believe me, we gonna drop on and drop off. That's what happens on live, but that's all right because I'm listening. So come with it, baby.
Okay. Okay. So I feel like music is therapy because it helps me cope with whatever I'm going through at the time. It does not matter if I'm hurt, happy, upset. It doesn't matter. It helps me cope because I could be listening to something, and then also it's the beats that play a big part in making everything come together. It's like you putting that magic out there. So it's like if I'm sad, then I listen to some acoustic, ballads type, and then get the something like that.
Oh, you better come on with the vocal. You better come warm them up for the people.
I had to do a little something, just a little something.
The little runs and everything,
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you, because you said when you first started off, you was writing pain music. So do you find yourself still kind of in that? Because to me, when people start off and they start off writing about their life. To me, that's the most rawness from them. That's when you get raw material. So do you feel like you're still raw, even though it may not be pain music? Or do you feel like that was like literally the most when we probably could have really got to know LaDon Chameleon because you was raw coming out and this is hurt and this is everything that's in it?
See, that's a good question because everything that comes out is raw. So it's like I really don't have to be sad to make a really good song. It's basically like whatever I'm feeling. I put my all into my music because it's like I know where I've been. And I don't want to go down that road and I don't want to be still stuck. I want to be able to elevate in my music. The music that I make, I strongly believe that it will take me where I need to be.
Okay.
So before we play this next track, LaDon the Chameleon, you done told Miss Banks that she got good questions like 3 or 4 times, and I'm keeping score. So I'm gonna keep stepping up my questions before you tell me. I am paying close attention. But anyway, this is
sound like
great.
Somebody hating.
A little bit.
A
little bit. Hey, I'm gonna be truthful. No, you're gonna tell me I got a good question.
No, she
anyway.
Not. No, she not. Come on, PP, drop the next song.
Hey, drop it in turn. So I need something to drink too.
It's time for me to turn up. It's time for me to turn up. It's time for me to turn up. Turn up, turn up. It's time for me to turn up. It's time for me to turn up. It's time for me to turn up. Turn up, turn up. It's time for me to turn up. Get lit. It's time for me to turn up. Get lit. Yeah. LaDon the Chameleon, man. DJ, turn me up. Look, ain't no smile on my face, bitch, I'm serious. I break the different, get used to me. Call me, watch me pop out, look done the chameleon. My name worth a million. How many times must I said I've been killing this shit since I was a baby? Niggas say oohing and all. They see a bad bitch up close, no makeup. Back the fuck up out my face, don't touch unless you cash out. I need my payment. Not doing no features for free, stop calling me. Fuck a collaboration. What you want? I got it already. Such a full outfit, straight off a mannequin. I do what I want, I do as I please. Put a nigga in their place real quick on G's. A nigga better not play with me, it won't be no shit. I'm toxic, I'm a crazy bitch. I love my rose toy, don't really need the dick, cause all my niggas long distance. How about the brain? I'ma go back in cause they thought I was gone. How about the brain weekend so strong? LED lights on red, I'm in my zone. Got this fine ass bitch, baby daddy wanna bone me. Kiss my ass, you don't fuck with me. IDGAF, FUCKYOU. Two, bitch, you need some help. I'm focused on the paper blue, honey. It's only if it ain't a blue strip, that's ugly money. I'm just do it for the cash. Only thing that keep me coming. Dead presidents keep my pockets chunky. Got bitches dancing to my shit. Break your back, bend over, bitch.
Tippy toe when you out that stick. I lost the brain, bitch.
How about the brain, bitch? Yeah. How about the brain, bitch? How about the brain, bitch? How about the box it up. DJ, turn me on some more so they can hear me. Speaking real shit, let's make a man, let's put them in their feelings. I've been running shit, but they knew that I traveled to prove that they shit just to do that. Bitches mommy, they turn big mad. I don't get too fucked, so they already see that. How about the brain, bitch? How about the brain, bitch? How about the brain, bitch? Yeah. They ain't all coming like this. Chameleon. How about the brain? I'm finna fit this bitch out. Yeah. I'm out of body, I'm out of sight. I'm out of mind. Let's get it.
Okay, all right. So tell me about this song right here.
Oh, man.
Where did you come up with the name? I mean, what do you want people to hear?
Yeah, because we got
understand when
questions.
you say, yeah,
We
I
got
a whole bunch
questions.
of stuff she was saying in there. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I was like, did I hear what I thought I heard? We got questions.
I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna put up one piece that she said in there on my cell phone, so somebody when they
Cell phone, I'm
call me
trying-
like, this is the piece you need to hear, right?
Hey, nah, cell phone. I'm trying to put that on a t-shirt. Let's we got
Okay, we might be on the same piece I'm on.
Y'all so silly.
let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Okay, so where did you get this from? I mean, what inspired you? What is it that you want people to? I got 1,001 questions. What do you want them to understand about this particular song?
Shout out to Jay Sod. This track is hella hype. I love the flow.
Yes, Jay.
Hello, Jay Saw. We got Vegas in the building. What's up?
All day.
Okay, now what was your question? What was it?
Because the song is so hype. I mean, I got 1,001. Okay, so let's start with the first one. What is it that you want people to hear when you sing this song? What is the meaning behind this?
Actually, again, that was a freestyle, as you can see.
Mm-hmm.
And like everything in the song, it was most definitely true. Like this is what I said. I was out of body. Like I have a process. You know, everybody got their own thing when they be in the studio or how they do it, how they process it. Me, I like to be out of body. So when I record, I like for the lights to be on red.
Okay.
did lights on me, red LED lights. So that's why. And then also Hotbox the Brain from, first of all, I was under the influence all out of time, just out of it.
I love the truth.
I'm talking about.
Here on
I'm
the
talking
Lift
about.
Off,
I'm like,
we are about the unadulterated truth here on the
Yeah,
Lift
that's
Off.
what she said. How about
okay,
the brain,
look,
bitch? I mean,
She
what
right.
said.
And it's crazy because I was so lit. Like what I came up with was Hotbox the Brain because I was most definitely I was Hotbox for real. And also my favorite part was when I was like humming, like when it first come on, like like I liked it.
Okay, so when you're saying, because when I hear it, it sounds like you saying that this is everything, this is what I'm feeling, this is what I'm going. But now I'm asking you, how about the brain, bitch? Like, are you saying like, do you got a brain? Like, what is it?
That's how you say you got a brain.
Like, bitch, do you got a brain? You got all of that? Do you got a brain? Like, cause it sounds like me. Cause I was
No, okay. Let me break it down. Okay, so Hotbox the Brain is basically like getting full of it. So I don't know if you guys are smokers or whatever, but for the smokers, like hotboxing is being in a small enclosed area full of smoke, full of the gas. That is what hotboxing is. That's why it's called hot and it's box, because wherever you at in this small enclosure, it's like the smoke is surrounding you, whether you're in a bathroom, whether you're in a car. So I was in the booth. So I was like, Hotbox the Brain, because right now my brain is Hotbox. Yeah, so that's what that was. Like I don't know, it was the mood I was in, whatever that came out was telling me Hotbox. That's what I felt. My brain I was so lit. I was that lit.
Okay.
I was out of body. It was an out of body experience for me.
You know, it's funny. The great ones always have a process on how they do their lyrics and how they do their vocals. And you know, there's something I've done some research on, like Prince, for example. When Prince did vocals, he never did them in the vocal booth. No. He always did them in the control room, laying on his back, and that's how he sang. That's how he did his thing. Michael Jackson would be in the control booth, but he needed everything dark. You know what I mean? And so, because he wanted to focus. So it's amazing to me. And Jimi Hendrix, well, we're just going to talk about how Jimi Hendrix needed some other stuff. And what came out of Jimi Hendrix after he was medicated was what we heard. So my question to you is, do you ever sit back and after you're done, after you have come back down to planet Earth, and you play back what you've just done, does it shock you? Like, who the heck is this? Because I'd be so
amazed. Right. I'd be amazed to the point because it's like it's so unreal. Because it's like I say, I go off whatever comes out. Like I have so many different. It's like this. I'm trying to give a better explanation, real raw to you guys. What it is, it's like whatever mood I'm in, whatever person that comes out. That's why my name is LaDon, the Chameleon, because I have so many different people on the inside of me. It's crazy. Like, it's crazy.
I'm going to just say real quick, when you're humming on that track, you kind of remind me of like a hit in a movie, like a hitman that's about to do the business.
I can't stand you. I cannot.
You know what I'm saying? Like what's your boy from The Wire? Omar. Shout out, rest in peace, Michael K. Williams. But when Omar was going through the hood and he started whistling, because it's about to go down, that's what you sound like. You sound like an apex predator on that track.
Wow.
You getting ready to eat.
when I heard the song, I was like, "Oh, I'm about to send this to a couple of people. Like, bitch, I'm about to bring it, bitch. I'm taking it as I'm about to throw some jabs to people.
Hey,
Like,
hey,
you this, but I'm
hey,
about to bring."
hey, this one, you about to meet me outside. We gonna work this one right on out.
Y'all so
Okay,
silly.
so this one part where you say, D-Ray, I was gonna let you take it, but I know where you gonna try to go, so I'm gonna jump you first.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Miss.
This is gonna be interesting.
The part where you say all your dudes is long distance, so you got
Hey, hey, see, this is why you my co-host. Because you knew that I was gonna put that on a t-shirt. You knew it.
I know
Hey,
she's talking about
that's what I said. I was trying to figure out how to put that on a t-shirt. I like that. You better trademark
Okay,
that one quick.
okay, good, period.
And look, and wait a minute. And for the uninitiated, if you don't know what we're talking about, you just never will.
You just it went over your head, over your hats if you got one.
Or you can just go back and listen to it on your own time.
And then that's where it comes in. How about the brain, bitch? You missed it. You missed it when she sung it.
Okay.
Yo, so where was that video shot? Is that Memphis?
That was in Memphis, and also it was shot at the studio that I always go to. Every song that I have out, like I recorded at that studio, and that actually was my very first music video.
Wow!
I know, right? That was my very first. That's the very first. Well, it didn't go in the order, but yeah, I'm just gonna put that up.
You said you was lit when you wrote this song. So when you came out, I'm like, D-Ray, when you finally calmed down and the lit wasn't there no more, when you heard this song, was you like, damn, like,
I was like,
to your own song?
I was like, wow, I wanted to hear it. See, I get happy over my music when I get in the studio when it's finished because it's levels to it. I hear how it sounds in the studio. Next, I want to hear how it sounds in the car to get that balance level from the left and the right side of those speakers that's in the car. And then next after that, I want to hear how it sounds in the club.
Wow.
So that song was actually played. Yes, that song was actually played in the club. And man, the reactions was crazy. I got footage of that, by the way. The reactions was crazy. I'm talking about, wow. Everybody was saying, how about the brain, bitch? Like, it was just so lit. It was so lit.
Shoot, that might be an alias for you.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah, like I said, I have different audiences.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That was like, that one is sweet. That one is sweet. I can see that one making our list. We do have which D-Ray's going I definitely can see that one on the list.
We'll talk about that list towards the end of the podcast. But my question to you is, how important is it for you to get a local following? Because I see that in this video you got your crew with you, right? So how important for you as an artist to get that validation from the hood, from your neighborhood?
It's very important. It feels good because they always say you gotta leave out and come back because your city don't support you. Actually, my city does, and it's like whoever love me, I love them. I appreciate it because I came a long way. So it's like everything I like to build organically. There's nothing like that organic love, like meeting complete strangers and they hearing me for the very first. That was you. Like even if I'm at a show or something, they're like, yeah, that was my music. Man, they want to doubt me up, shake my hand. I think that's how I get majority of it too. So
that brings me to a quick follow-up question. How do you deal with the person that they've listened to it and they go, I'm not feeling that? What is your attitude on the ones that you may need to work a little harder to turn them into LaDawn the Chameleon fans? What is your attitude on that?
That I don't worry too much on that because I make so much different music. So it's like for the ones that don't like all that rap hardcore, okay, cool. It's understandable. I got R&B. Some people like my rap voice, and some people love my singing voice.
Hmm.
The people that love my singing voice, they don't want me. They so bossy. My fans, they don't want me to rap. They're like, you need to sing, you need to sing. But I just like doing it all because I have different audiences.
So who in your crew would be the realest and the rawest to you? Like, is there someone in your crew that would say, I'm not feeling it? And do you listen to their opinion?
There's no one in my crew that ever said that.
Really? That's so
Yes,
sad.
they love all my music. Man, it's sound is phenomenal. Like I keep hearing it. I keep hearing. I have. It sounds like I have the machine behind me. And my response to that, like, well, I honestly feel like I am the machine.
Okay.
It's God's work all together.
There you go. There you go.
So in your opinion, what sets you apart? What sets LaDawn the Chameleon apart from any other, rapper, singer, performer?
You said what sets me? Say that again.
Well, yeah, what sets you apart from any other rapper, singer, performer, songwriter? What makes you special? What is your lane? What sets you apart from everybody else?
That's a really good question. I actually been waiting on that. What sets me apart is that
One. You got one.
Well, look, all I wanted was one. I just didn't want the zero.
Well, you had to do a whole paragraph to get the one.
I love that question.
And see, now she said she loved it. Ha!
Don't put dubs on the Chameleon because I'm gonna have to hear this at the end of the show. But that is it's a phenomenal question. I'm listening.
I love that question because what it is with that, what sets me apart is that first of all, I don't play about my music at all. I don't play about my craft. It's my passion, and I don't do this for fun. It's not a hobby. Never thought of it as a hobby. Never thought it. Oh, let me just hop in the studio and see how it sounds, and then waste the engineer's time and stuff. It's not that. Because in my mind, not only do I want to win, but it's like, it's what I love to do. So if you love to do something and it's your passion, you want to play about it. So what separates me from everybody else is that I don't play around. Everybody be like, you too serious. What you mean I'm too serious? This is what I do.
Right.
Love that.
So what would you tell somebody that's coming up, one of the young female artists that is trying to figure out her lane or is being told that, she's doing stuff a little too hard, too pretty, what would you say to that young LaDawn?
I would tell the young other female artists upcoming, of course, I would tell them, you gotta keep going. Don't be afraid to step outside the box. You don't never want to be put in one lane because this world is so big, filled with billions of people, and billions of people need new music. So by billions of people need new music, you need all types of audiences. Don't be just stuck in rap. Don't be just stuck in R&B. Don't be just stuck in pop. Do it all. Why not? Why not wear all the hats?
Okay, I like that.
And that's something that is
put a hat on.
Oh,
You start feeling this like
Lord Jesus. No, but that is a new concept, really, because old school way of thinking was you need to find a box and run that box out. You know what I'm saying? And what the digital recording industry, you can have different playlists, you can have different fans, you can have hip hop playing on Spotify, you can have R&B playing on Tidal. You know what I'm saying? You can have electronic and chill music on YouTube. You just, in this day and age, you only go as far as your grind, and you don't have to be put in a box. So I love the fact that you have the attitude, and this is a pet peeve of me as a producer. The studio is not the place to write. The studio is the place to record. And And I also got a pet peeve. You got to read your lyrics off the phone. You don't know your song well enough. But
Well,
that's
first
just
of all,
me.
how you know she don't read? Do you read yours?
I just no, I didn't even accuse her.
I'm asking.
I didn't even.
I would
You know,
just
I'm
put it out there as a
asking
personal
before you throw it out
D-Razor
there.
producer, Pete.
I used to start off like that. It was just like either or, because it's like now it came to the point where if I wanted to write a song, I could be like, I get irritated. Like, no, I don't want to. I could be in the middle of trying to write it. I'm like, no, I'm gonna just freestyle it, because it's so much different when you do that. And then also, you don't want to waste time in the studio writing. If you're gonna write, of course, you can write it at home or whatever. Blast the speakers. Also, I do a lot of my rough drafting from my phone. Like, I don't have to be at the studio. I do a lot of my rough drafting from my phone, and just, playing some music, and you just freestyle like da 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 da. And then when I get to the studio, I can remember like, oh, I said it just like that. But when I am freestyling, it's like it bothers me, because it's like the engineer have to be on my pace. We got to be at the same pace, because if I'm punching in and freestyling and you not moving as fast as I'm moving, I'm going to lose my flow, and then I'm going to have to switch my flow, and it's like, dang, I want to use that, but how did I say that?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So in other words, you got to be on the same page with everybody, the engineer, the producer, and that goes in how you pick your beats, how you pick your music. It all has to be in line.
Right.
It has to be. That's why I say I'm all about quality.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
Who keeps you humble? Because you're very humble.
Oh,
Who keeps you
you know what I do? Myself. It's my passion. I don't get the big head on nothing. It's like, because I do this for real. So it's like, why act Hollywood and not be humble when I actually do this for real? It's nothing to be, But it's people on the outside that be looking at it and be like, I'm like, hell.
That brings up an interesting question, but before we ask it, it's time to play some more music.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Intern, let it rip.
We're done. All I need is sin right now. Scandy. It's a blunt. I don't need no hug, no kiss, no nothing. Show me no sympathy. No. 25. All I need in this sin is a blunt. Got so much on my mind right now. Had enough. Don't show me no sympathy. I don't wanna kiss and hug. Nah, I don't wanna kiss and hug. All I need in this sin is a blunt. Got so much on my mind right now. Had enough. Don't show me no sympathy. I don't wanna kiss and hug. Look, nah, I don't wanna kiss and hug. Got so many people that switching up on me. 1 minute they love me, 1 minute they hate me. They need to make up they mind and just tell the truth most of the times. But I can see fake look right through the eyes and on top of lies. All I need in this sin is a blunt. Got so much on my mind right now. Had enough. Don't show me no sympathy. I don't wanna kiss and hug. Look, nah, I don't wanna kiss and hug. I can't waste no more time trying to make them realize who the fuck I am. Don't forget it. My name touch souls. I make them remember before I leave this earth. How my name gon' stay legend. But until then, all I need in this sin. All I need is sin. Look. Sipping the good stuff, I ain't chasing nothing with it. Rolling up, face another one. I just really wanna feel it. Put my phone on D&D, do not disturb. I'm out of my mind, I'm out of body. I don't have a current in the world right now. Don't take it personal now. Something fucking with my mental make me wanna get physical now. But that ain't the way to go. All I need in this sin is a blunt. Got so much on my mind right now. Had enough. Don't show me no sympathy. I don't wanna kiss and hug. Look, nah, I don't wanna kiss and hug. All I need in this sin is a blunt. Got so much on my mind right now. Had enough. Don't show me no sympathy. I don't wanna but it's the truth. I got issues in myself, if only they knew. What they see is what they get on the outside, but on the inside, I'm fucked up. I hate to admit I cry from time to time, cause I was made a little different, but stuck with a life-threatening disease, health condition, fuck lupus. All I need is a blunt, don't show me no type of sympathy. I don't wanna kiss and hug, you can save the energy. Yeah.
All I need is a blunt. Don't show me no type of sympathy. I don't wanna kiss and hug. You can save the energy.
All I need in this scene is a blunt. Got so much on my mind right now. Had enough. Done.
Wow. Wow. Woo, let me take a second. 'Cause that's deep. Let's talk about that, LaDonna Chameleon. Talk to us about that track. Please. Let's talk about that.
That track, right?
I got my own opinion, but I want to hear from you first before I go in.
Yeah. Look at Miss.
I had to go away because I got so much on my mind. I
I'm sorry.
You know, I just had to pop out for a second because
Hey,
that
Lena.
scene. I had to get a blunt.
Lena has a question for you, but we're gonna wait until we talk about this song first before we get into this. So let's talk about that track.
Okay.
Yeah, the name of it and what was your thought process behind it?
Okay, the name of that song is All I Need. That song was actually written while I was in the hospital on my deathbed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hence the cemetery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got that. I thought you had lost a loved one, but this was actually about you. So
Yeah,
can you
this
go
was
a
about
little
me.
bit more in detail about it? Like,
Yeah, so basically all I need, when I say all I need in this scene is a blunt. Got so much on my mind right now, had enough. Don't show me no sympathy, I kiss and hug. Now I wanna kiss and hug. So what that is like you ever feel I don't know if I wanna say it about me or talk in general. I'm gonna talk in general. But you know if you feel like you alone and you feel like you don't have nobody there. Like nobody's on your side and you feel alone. So it's like you had enough. So all you need, and we already in the world full of sin. So all we need in this life of sin right now is a blunt. Well, it's smokers. Not everybody smoke. But, you know, all we need in this life of sin right now is a blunt and something to drink. So that's what that was about. And it's like I was completely stressed out because I like, man, I want to win music stuff, you know, and music is my passion, but health is slowing me down. The negativity, just the negativity, the drama, and everything else in my life is stressing me out. Because also, I may not look like it, but I'm like really, really sick. I have lupus.
I was gonna ask that because you said that in your song. I was
Right.
gonna ask that. Wow.
Yeah.
So sometimes this can get real overwhelming for you. Do you push through those moments?
I most definitely push through. Yeah, I mean, cry behind the scenes, and you know, just be like completely drained. I could be dead drained, but I still push through it. Like I pushed through it in the hospital.
You know, that reminds me, we talked a few days ago about Jay Dilla, rest in peace, Jay Dilla, and how he was producing, you know, on his hospital bed, and how he found a way, like we said, that the artistry is your medicine. And so, and a lot of people who are not creators, they don't really understand that, you know, that all we really need is to be creative and sometimes to be left alone. And one of the things that the visuals of that particular video is like, sometimes you feel like you got to kill your own feelings, or you got to kill other people's opinions. And now this is a graveyard that I'm the only thing that matters here because everything else is dead. So that was what I got from it, from that particular video. And so,
Exactly.
and that leads me to the question that I wanted to ask you before. Do you ever worry that you're exposing too much of your personal side, the human side, as opposed to to the recording artist side, because it's like you said, people see you and then they see what you do, they see that you a superhero, and now that they're falling in love with the superhero, but they don't understand what you got to go through to get to that point.
It's reality.
Right? And then and then so there may be some times that you might be short with people, you might be ready to cut somebody out, and the average person don't understand. And I'm an asthmatic, so I get it. There's some days that it's like, you need to leave me alone for real. But so can you talk about that sort of conflict, and that sort of, how do you protect yourself from being a professional and then being the actual human being?
That's a good question. So what that is, honestly, I just be me.
Okay.
I just be me. There's no character that I'm playing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just be me. Like, whatever I'm feeling, I speak it. Like, I speak nothing but facts in my music. So everything I said in that song was like true, and I had to just add a visual to it, so everybody can understand. And then to go back to what you said, do I feel like I'm putting? Does it bother me about me putting my personal life out there? You know what's crazy? I'm glad you're saying it, because my auntie had asked me, because she heard the song and I was giving her the idea of what I wanted to do with the video to put with that song. And she was like, "Are you sure you want to do that? Do you know that everybody's going to be, da 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 da?" At that point, I didn't care, because I wanted them to get to know me. They need to know the truth. All that jumping up and down I be doing on the stage and stuff, like, I'm really sick.
Right.
I could pass out at any given moment. Who knows? But I want people to know that I'm really sick, but I'm still pushing through. So that is what the message is.
No excuse.
Right. And I literally can feel that through the song. Like, literally felt your emotions. And you know what, Miss LaDon, the Chameleon, I have to be honest. You might not like what I'm about to say, but I'm going to fix it in the end. So just get past the beginning.
Okay.
So, when I first heard your music, I was like, I don't know. I'm confused. I'm not understanding what lane she's going in. And that's none of the song that I've heard today. Okay. So, and I was feeling you, but I was a little lost. I was like, I'm just trying to understand where she's going with this. I love her and I see the artist in her, but I can't. But you know what? I said that to say, because my co-host is right here. He and I was going back and forth. I said all of that to say that what you have allowed us to hear, I'm going to tip my hat to you again, and I'm going to eat all those words, because what I heard from you today is phenomenal. I actually now see the person that I couldn't see or wasn't understanding, because I'm old school. So D-Ray has spoken in the beginning. When you guys come out, I kind of put everybody in the box until you kind of show me what the box look like. But you have made me now not do that, because you actually can be a chameleon and you actually can make somebody see you. It's just how you represent it. And in every one of your videos has spoke true volume about what it is that you are representing about yourself. And even though it's all different and in different lanes, you haven't missed a beat thus far. So I commend you, and I eat those words, and phenomenal.
Wow.
I have to eat it.
That don't happen every day.
No, it doesn't. It does not.
I might need to go find me an edible, because I don't believe it.
I know, right? But I have to eat it
Lord.
Because, oh my God, like, I'm so glad that they didn't let me see your music, because they held this new music from me. They was like, no, we want you.
I didn't hear it either. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, we didn't get to see this new music. We didn't. We got to see some of your older stuff, and we was like, oh, okay, well, all right. And I had a whole different perspective of you. And I'm so glad that you giving me the opportunity to, one, get to meet you as an artist and get to meet you as an open book, because that's what I see from you. You're an open book, and you're a genuine open book. And I think anybody that hears you and follow you thus far, It's just going to be waiting for the next chapter. That's what it looks like for me.
And saying that's the thing about independent music and the music industry that we're in today. It's all about relationships. And the
Yes.
only one way that you can
Mhm.
get into a relationship, you got to really learn and know the artist. And in this day and age, I mean, we all want entertainment. We all want music that
Mhm.
sounds good, that's bumping or whatever. But if you want a long career in this business, you got to create relationships. And
Right.
sometimes,
Right.
just like with friendships, you meet a friend at first, you don't really like them that much. And
Right.
how many times have you met somebody and maybe fought them, and then next thing you know, y'all friends for life? You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And so
Mhm.
I'm gonna circle back to what the questions that Lena had. She had a 3-part question for you. In your opinion, best female lyricist, dead or alive?
Best female lyrics. I would have to go with. Mm,
Oh my God.
Did we lose her? Got to go with her. We're gonna go with her.
We
Lena.
go-
Let me see the next one. What's the next one?
can y'all hear me?
yeah, we
Yeah,
can
we
hear
can
you.
hear
You
you.
got
Okay, so my phone was ringing. I'm sorry.
that was funny.
I would have to go with. It's so many. Okay, I just pick one.
Yeah, just pick one.
I would have to go with. I'm gonna go with my girl Tony Braxton.
Oh, I can see that.
I honestly can see that because
I
there is
can
a
see
truth
that.
in it's a truth in her delivery. I can see
Break my heart.
Yes, when she went through that, she was going through. She had a episode with lupus.
I hate
Did you know
yeah.
that? She did. I can see that, and she came through it. That whole album, she struggled through that whole album.
I used to hate
Yes.
I used to hate that album. Anyway, no, and not because it wasn't good. It's just because it was so real that it's just some music that if you're having a bad day, you got to avoid it.
You was out there breaking people's hearts. That's why.
Why you gotta
Typically,
put
when
my
you,
business out in the
I'm
street
just
though? That's
saying,
what you want to do.
I
What you
ain't
not
saying
gonna
no.
do is do this in front of company. I tell you that.
He been
Number
doing this in
two,
front of company.
number
Right.
two,
That's why I can feel the part where she was saying, her exes is long distance.
No.
I feel what I feel.
moving on. Number two,
Oh, okay. Don't do it like that.
yeah, for real. What genre would be the hardest for you to flow in? I already
The
know the
hardest.
answer to this. I already
Yeah.
know the answer to this.
The hardest.
Yeah.
Like difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say drill.
Really?
People want me to do drill. Like that's not what I'm into. But later on down, I may try drill. They want me to like. I have some New Yorker fans. They want me to try drill.
Right.
Chicago fans want me to try drill.
Right.
I can't see you being nothing. I thought you was gonna say nothing.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were gonna say.
That's what I
you were
thought was gonna
say,
come out of her
if,
mouth. Like
if you
I
want to
can
do
flow
it, you're
with
gonna
whatever.
do it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
let's do it. Like
Right.
come with it. That's what I thought. You
Yeah,
were
I could. I would. I would come with it, but it's like gotta be interested in it.
Right,
Like it's
right.
like
Mhm.
I feel it. Just like this, people look at me upside my head when I'm listening to a fresh beat that nobody heard, they haven't heard it, and I could go right in on it.
Right.
I'm like,
Okay.
you ain't even let the beat play. I don't need to.
Mhm.
Cause it's
You
whatever
feel it
it-
right off. Yeah.
Whatever, oh,
All right.
that's gonna be that.
Right.
Love it. Last question. You get an hour with anyone in the game. Who do you sit down and who do you talk to? Who you with?
Wizkid.
Really? Why Wizkid?
Why? Yeah, that's a good one.
Wizkid is the greatest of them all in the Afrobeat lane, and I also have so many African fans that cannot wait till I collab with Wizkid, and it's like, wow, I can't wait till I collab with him either. But to have have people that's from the same place where he from, Lagos, Nigeria, it makes me it feels good, and I also feel like that we would have a really good collaboration. We'll sound good together.
Let me tell you something. Blast Radio 247, which is our internet radio station.
Mm-hmm.
We get so much love from West Coast, West Africa, from Ghana, from Nigeria, from Liberia.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
That's
We
all
get
I.
so
That's
much.
all I like. That's crazy.
We get so much love from over there, and so having your music in rotation is serendipitous because you already seem to get a following. And I'm gonna tell you something about people from the motherland. They loyal.
Hmm.
Once they like
Loyal.
you, they like you.
Yeah.
You know, once you
Yeah.
in there, you in there. For real.
I love my African people. I love. That's all I be around. Like
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
they used to be swearing up and down. They like, "You sure you don't have anything African in your blood?" I'm like, "No."
Well, well at some point we're all from Africa, but one of these
Yeah.
days, we just got to check it out. But definitely, I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't have some bloodline to that area because the spirit knows.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying?
And
The
I was
spirit,
gonna
Right.
ask that
yeah.
question. I was gonna ask you that same question as well
Mhm.
because it's the way you move and some of the way your lyrics come out, and it's almost like you got that.
And that other
That
track, yeah, that other track, you were as aggressive as a Nigerian. So, I.
you know what? Let's just get
Ah,
off the track.
Okay.
Get off the track.
Yeah,
Get
yeah,
off.
yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right
that's
this
so
time. You're right.
silly.
So wrapping up, LaDon the Chameleon, can you tell everybody where they can find your music? Where are you on social media? How do people connect with you and your music?
Okay, you guys. You guys can keep up with me everywhere. I'm on all social media: Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, Twitter. All at LaDon Music, AWN Music. My Facebook is LA space Dawn, DAWN. Also, you guys can follow me if you have Vigo Live. That's at LaDon Music as well. LADAWN Music, everything all together. And my YouTube is LaDon the Chameleon, all together. I have two YouTube. Is one of them that I just really don't just care about it. But the right YouTube channel is LaDon the Chameleon. It's the one with the 303 subscribers. You guys can find my music everywhere: iTunes, Spotify, Pandora, iHeartRadio, Tidal, Amazon Music. I'm all over. You really Google LaDon the Chameleon.
That's
Okay.
what she
Any
said.
shout outs?
Google me.
Yes. Just hello. Can you give me LaDon Camille? No.
Y'all are so silly.
Any shout outs to anybody?
Yes, I have so many people to shout out, man. Shout out to DJ IB John Doe, that's my DJ. Shout out to DJ J Cristal. Shout out to DJ Batman King. Shout out to DJ Knucklehead all the way from Miami. Shout out to Blast Music 247. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the Lift Off.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody. Like, shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody who loves me. All my supporters. Everybody.
Well, you definitely got a home here on the Lift Off
Absolutely.
LaDon the Chameleon, and
Absolutely.
one of these days we're gonna get you back on here to perform and do a
Yes.
virtual concert for us.
Hopefully.
But no, definitely we're gonna make that happen. So
Most definitely.
wait a minute, what did she say? You know what? I'm not even gonna put this foolishness up there. D-Ray is not
So,
D-Ray is not African. He's from London. Anyway, Miss Banks, do you have any parting shots for our people?
all I'm gonna say is I am a #1 fan now. Now I'm going to go Google you and I'm gonna add you to my playlist. And I am just so stoked
Oh,
that you took the time out of your Saturday to sit on Lift Off with us and share your life, because literally that's what you did through your music, through your videos, and through your words. So I appreciate you. You are a phenomenal woman. I definitely see you going places. Like I tell all the other artists that I fall in love with, I'm going to send you an email and I need you to sign it, to Mrs. Banks. So when you blow up, I already got my autograph. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to stand in line, because I know it's coming. So I
okay,
just need
no, you don't have to stand in line. Y'all don't have to stand in
Oh,
line. Y'all go to
okay.
security, let them by.
Girl,
Oh, that's what
don't
it
let me
is.
come by.
Hey,
Don't
we
let
know
me come
people.
by.
We know people. Yeah.
Then I'm gonna come by like what? Yeah. What's the song say, bitch? Where your brain at?
Where your brain at? Where your How about the brain?
Hot box the
Oh, also, you
brain.
guys, I almost forgot. I do have LaDon the Chameleon t-shirts still in stock. They are one for $20 and two for 30.
Okay. Do you have anything to show? Anything real quick? No.
You know what's crazy?
You gotta always be ready because we're gonna call you.
I know,
out
right?
on
It's in the
our show.
car. It's in the car, but I had
No,
just.
ma'am.
I tell you what, we're gonna let her slide. But here's
Yeah,
the
we're gonna
thing.
let her make it.
Right. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about supporting artists and their merchandising. One T-shirt that you buy from an artist is worth 5,000 streams on Spotify. Think about that. Just one T-shirt. So if you get the opportunity to buy merch from any independent artist, especially LaDon the Chameleon, make sure you invest in that because we want this artist to continue to grow, and there is no telling where she might end up. So we are so happy that you took some time for us today.
Yes.
And hey, Miss Banks, we did it again.
Yes, we did. But wait, you gotta tell her about the piece. I'm waiting on.
Oh yeah, that part.
You was so ghetto.
No, I'm ready. Look, that's twice. That is twice. Boy, I'm about to book me a ticket. Me and you about to have it out.
Fly
Anyway, we are announcing that we are having the Liftoff Spotify playlist that is going to consist of all of our guests that come on the Liftoff. We should have that up and running in about a week or so. And LaDon the Chameleon, we will be honored to have your music on our playlist. And we definitely want to lift you up and get you as many listens and as many spins and many streams as possible. Yes. So thankful for that, and we will keep you guys in the loop on when we're doing that and when we're going to launch that. So I am D-Ray the producer, Miss Banks, LaDon the Chameleon. This has been the Liftoff. Y'all have a good one.
Have a good one.